What's up, everybody? This is Justin Flinner coming to you live from Northern Virginia with the Justin Flinner Podcast by My Mentor Medicine. In this podcast, I'm going to talk to you about why it is so important right now to maintain your routine. We have hit a very large pothole on our journey in life, and it has forced us all to pull over to the side of the road and find new ways to be creative, like I talked about yesterday. Being creative, don't get bored, be creative. How to be a leader, how to stay focused. And right now, the number one thing that you need to do, regardless of where you are right now, is to maintain your routine. There are a number of things right now, aside from the coronavirus, that will change your routine. One of which may be the fact that you're working from home and you have your kids at home with you, like I do. Another thing is your emotions. Fear can cause you to change your routine. You may not want to do things outside. You may not want to do things inside because you're afraid of what might happen. Worry may cause you to change your routine. You may be worried about the people around you that live around you. You may worry that they might have the coronavirus or be more at risk for the coronavirus given the nature of their work. You may have a family member who is infected by this virus. So our emotions are one thing that not only can affect us, they can also affect those around us. So if you're stuck at home and you're getting frustrated, chances are your frustration is going to be spread to the others in your home. I just read an article yesterday that the number of requests for divorce in China has seen a huge spike within the last, if I remember correctly, maybe within the last month. Because people have been quarantined. They have been told to stay inside of their homes like we have. And some people are so used to leaving their house and maintaining their marriage that way, as opposed to staying inside with their spouse and in some sense being forced to be with them. That's not good for anyone. So if you've been avoiding something for a long time, now is your chance to hopefully get past that. Now is your chance to sit down, have the conversation, rather than jump to the emotional outburst that may be typical for your response. Maintaining your routine is going to disrupt everything because the environment you are in right now is completely different. It has completely changed. So while I hope that none of you go to the extreme of the article I just mentioned in China, I do want you to realize that this is an opportunity in your life, an opportunity in your house, for your family, for those who live near you. This is an opportunity for you to extend a hand to those who need it, to help your children understand what it is that is going on in the world, to help the neighbor that may not be able to go to the grocery store. These are the things that are now a part of your routine. And ultimately, this stems back to what is your why in life and why it is that you do what you do, because that momentum never changes, believe it or not. But the actions that we're taking, the activities we're involved in, the work that we are doing has now changed, but it can still be a part of your routine. I'll use myself as an example. My routine has changed drastically, partly by choice, because I know that many of you out there are also stuck in your homes. I know that some of you out there are infected by this virus or know someone who is infected by this virus. I know that maybe some of you out there might have even lost someone due to this virus. That's why I decided that, okay, every morning I'm going to do a live Tai Chi session. I am going to put this as a part of my routine for you. There's no charge. There's nothing. I mean, why would I charge during a time like this? This is just absolutely ridiculous if I were to do that. The other thing that I am doing is I'm writing music. And for those of you who have known me for a long period of my life, you know that I play the piano. So now I have started to write more music and just sit down basically and improv. I'm not sitting down all day and writing a piece. I just sit down at the piano and play. Whatever comes out, and that's what it's recorded. So I've been doing some more music stuff the last couple of days and putting that up on YouTube. That's now a part of my routine. I also do a podcast. I also do a variety of other things. And of course, I have my children at home and my wife at home, so we have to figure out how to manage their routines as well, my children specifically. So what is it that you are doing to maintain your routine? Let me first ask you that. What are you doing to maintain your routine? Let's start with the morning. What is your morning routine? Now that you're at home, if you're at home. If you're still going to work, how is your routine different? Many places are closed. Childcare is not as available as it was. How are you handling that situation? I personally don't even know. I don't even know what's available for people like you, and I feel sorry. But I also know that you are doing your absolute best to maintain that type of a routine. So my heart goes out to you. If there's anything that I can do personally for you, aside from this, please let me know. Listen to the music, do the Tai Chi in the morning before you go to work. So for all of us, the question is, what is your morning routine? Are you waking up and making coffee as the first thing that you've always done? Are you then logging into work? Or are you then contacting the people that you know will be watching your children during the time that you have to go to work? What does your morning routine consist of? Do you now have a morning exercise routine where you take your entire family out for a short walk? Do you have an art time, a creative time? What is your routine for the morning? What kind of activities do you have planned? We need to develop this type of routine in the morning to make sure that it continues throughout the day. If you don't start the movement in the morning, if you don't build the momentum from the morning, the moment you wake up, it will just die off halfway through the day. And you'll want to sit on the sofa, you'll feel lost, time will start to pass, and before you know it, it's going to be 6 o'clock at night, dinner time, and you haven't even thought of what you're going to make or buy or have ordered to your house. So a morning routine is essential. That's why I did morning Tai Chi. That's why I started live sessions in the morning so that you can have a routine every day at 8 a.m. to make sure that you start building the momentum. Then once you get to the afternoon, what is your afternoon routine? If you're working from home, that's probably an easy answer. You stay logged in, you do your work, you contact with the people you need to contact with, and then before you know it, your afternoon is done. But there may be other people in your household. What is their afternoon routine, and how are you monitoring that? Are you just letting your kids have a free-for-all? Play video games, watch TV, mess around the house, play games. That may be all good and dandy, but you know what? You might be home for more than a couple days, like me, about a month. Without a routine, I know that after the first 4, 5, 6 days, my kids are going to start to get antsy. They're going to start to say, Daddy, I'm bored. I want to go out. When can we go do this? But with the routine, it keeps them focused. Remember podcast 1 in this new series on how to be a leader and stay focused. It's not just about you being focused. It's helping others to stay focused. So your routine that you maintain throughout the morning, throughout the afternoon, and now into the evening, if we get to the evening routine, what is that? Is it going to be all of you winding down together? Maybe you decide that every night that, you know what, let's do this entire evening in candlelight. Let's light a few candles, turn on some soft music or have no music, and sit down and either play a game, enjoy just some time together, family talk. Maybe you want to read. Whatever it is you want to do. Maybe candlelight is a good option for you. In the evening, we should be winding down in general. So Does your evening routine have that type of a momentum that sort of slows down and trickles off into the night, literally, before you go to sleep? So your morning, your afternoon, your evening routines, how have they been designed? Even though they've been changed, even though they've been affected by this new lockdown, how are you maintaining it? We must keep the momentum going, because the last thing that you want to do is to stop everything and then all of a sudden it's time to go back to work. It's time to go back to school, or it's time to open the doors of your business again. If you have not maintained the momentum from now until then you will not have seen the opportunities that exist before you right now. Routines are fluid because of momentum. And as I mentioned earlier, even though we've hit a big pothole right now because of the coronavirus, the one thing that we must not do is lose our momentum, because life is about movement. So let's maintain this movement by maintaining our routine. I hope you have a good routine. I hope you have a great night. I hope you have a great next few weeks. And I'll be here with you from start to finish. Take care, everybody. I'm Justin Flinner, and this is the Justin Flinner Podcast by My Mentor Medicine. Stay strong, stay healthy, and stay happy.
This podcast is brought to you by My Mentor Medicine, an organization that is dedicated to helping people improve their lives by learning to empower themselves and take control of their own life. Any form of reproduction or distribution of this podcast is strictly prohibited. Should you have any questions on using this podcast or information that is contained within this podcast, please write to info@mymentormedicine.com.